Good morning, everybody. How you doing today?
Well, we got a heat wave here. Things are melting. Today is Monday, and we're up to 40 degrees right now. So we're going to take advantage of today, because 40 degrees I could work, just about work in it. Not comfortably. I took a trip this morning down to Harbor Freight and exchanged the bolt cutter, and today I'm going to run it to its paces, and if it breaks again I'm going to just get a refund. I had to go through a small act of Congress in order to just exchange it. It ain't like Craftsman tools where you can go into Sears and just bring it in and no questions asked and you just swap it out, but not with Harbor Freight. Here is the new one. They only had 2 left. Well, I probably got more in the back. The 12-inch bolt cutter, same thing as I had before. But here's the thing. They have a lifetime warranty, they claim. Okay, but you got to have your receipt. So if you bought this thing and it broke 5 years later, you better have your receipt, because they will not exchange it or give you a refund or anything else. Also, they use this, see this barcode right here? You got to have this on there. They didn't tell me that, but they scan this, and this is the only way they know. Made in China. Otherwise, how do you know if it's a Harbor Freight tool? That's got to be on there. And it's Pittsburgh. Well, you know damn well it isn't Pittsburgh in the United States. It's just a name. And you got to have that. Otherwise, you're out of luck. This is 9 out of 10. If you use this a lot, this is all going to be worn off anyways. And also, you got to have a receipt. This is my original receipt with other items that I had bought that day when I got this. And this is the receipt they gave me today. And then you have to sign it on their copy. And you got to give them your phone number. And you got to give them your address. Altogether, it took me about 10 minutes to exchange this. It's ridiculous. But today I'm going to run it to its paces. And as I said, if it breaks again, I'll just get a refund. Alright, here's a box. I have 2 boxes of these I got at the yard sale. This is number 8 2-inch screws. And then I got a bunch of screws. Instead of cutting quarter 20 bolts, I don't have very many of them. We'll cut up in here where my finger is. That's probably 3/16 or thereabouts. And we're going to cut a few of these. These flatheads I have a lot of problems with anyways, and these are not flatheads, but slot screws. In other words, I like the Phillips better. So we'll sacrifice these because I got plenty of these jobs. And we're going to, I think they're the same thing as these. No, these are smaller. Okay, we're gonna go with these, and then we're gonna go with these. And we're going to run it to its paces. We're not going to cut 100 of them, but we're going to cut some. Now, I don't expect these to cut hardened steel. You're not going to get a bolt cutter at Harbor Freight that's going to cut hardened steel. It's just not going to happen. But these are not hardened steel. Now, the sheetrock screws that I use in the roofing drip edge, those are hardened steel. And those little bolt cutters I showed you in my last video, they will cut the tips off of them. The sharp points that come down through the wood, that cutter will cut it. So, in a way, it should cut light gauge hardened steel. But we're not even asking it to do that. And we're going to do the cutting up in here, not here. If it breaks, you're going to be a witness to it. How's that? It's cold out here, so I better get going here. My camera's getting cold, and I have no idea if there's going to be a problem with the camera or not. I normally don't do videos for any length of time in the cold weather. Are you ready? Well, here goes. All right. Out of the way here. All right, the smaller gauge first. I'm going to see if I'm in line here. I have to get it right up near the head. Very hard to do this. My bad eyesight trying to see if I'm in camera. Okay. Are we ready? Here we go. Okay. It didn't hurt the cutting edge. It just took a little paint off. A little clear area there. I gotta watch this thing because when it cuts, I don't want the thing to fly into the camera lens either. So let's try another number 8. Let's see if we can go over here. Am I in view? Yeah. Okay, I got the jaws closed and I don't see any daylight in there, so other than just chipping the paint, it's fine. Now, here comes a test. We're going to use these. Now I can do them with 2 hands, but I need to keep it down on the table so it'll stay in camera view. Here we go. Alright, it took a little more paint off. Let's see. Run my fingernail across that. Nope, perfect. It worked very well. Alright. Let's cut one more here. Now I usually put them down into the throat here as much as possible. That shouldn't really matter. It's easier to cut if it's down into the throat, deep into the throat, as long as you can get it there. Here we go. Okay. Very well. Very good. All right, here's a 4-inch galvanized nail that I usually stick in my caulking gun to close the end off. I'm not sure, it's probably a number 16 or a number 20. We'll try that. Are we in line here? Okay. We're just going to hold this end of the nail. Okay. Well, it looks to me like it's all right. It feels, there's no groove in there or anything. Let's see what we look like. No daylight. The blades never come perfectly right together anyways. We'll cut one more here. We need a shorter one to go into the caulking gun anyways. Right. Alright. Let's see what else we got here. We got some more junk here. And here's a smaller nail. And we'll cut that more towards the end here. Right in here. Instead of at the mouth. The valley or whatever you're going to call it. Okay. I'll have to take a magnifying glass and check that, but it feels, to my feel, it doesn't feel like it hurt anything other than the paint. There's a sheetrock screw. It's kind of rusty. Now, this is the kind that I used to cut the tip off of these. I'm going to just cut this right up at the head here. And I'll put it into the, as far in as I can go here. We on camera? It right off. Okay, we're going to do some inspection with the magnifying glass, and I'll come back on the video in a minute. Well, according to the magnifying glass and my eyesight such as it is, it passed the test. What you see here is just paint off. There's no gouges in it or anything. The surface is smooth. So I'm satisfied with it, but I will hang on to my receipt. So there she be. I put it in the toolbox, and I will make sure that I hang on to the receipt. So folks, I'm happy with it so far, so as long as it don't break again, I'll hang on to it. Thanks for watching.